And welcome back to the IPF World Championships here live in Holmsted, Sweden. I am Six Pack Lapidat.
And I'm Rob Pestilence.
And we have the 105 Open World Championships. It's a clash between world champion and world champion Emile Norling, who was the junior world champion in the 105s last time we were in Sweden with the world championships, will be met on the platform with Anatoly Novopismani, representing Ukraine, who was the 93 kilo world champion, moving up to the 105s. It's a clash of the titans.
It would be absolutely amazing if he would secure the title in this class after he secured the world title in the 93 class. That would be some very nice thing.
It is going to be fireworks, and the supporting cast around this clash, it's literally a murderer's row of 105s from the world's best. It's going to be tough to call. Among them, we got a young upstart from France who's his training numbers have been extremely high. Yeah. He's got a lot of buzz about him. Coco, I believe is his nickname.
Yeah, Coco, as they say in France. Well, he's had some very big numbers in training indeed, and I'm really looking forward if he can translate that in some great results on the platform, of course. But as we've seen this week, the standards are really high in this competition, and he'll need to look for that depth in order to get his squats on the board.
But and go ahead.
Go ahead, my man.
And that is the contrast where when you're a veteran and a world champion already, like Emil and Novopismani, you've met that standard and won. You've met the top end in terms of attempt selection and all the gamesmanship that comes with game day coaching. In terms of not being overcome by the moment. That's what experience brings you. But every now and then a young upstart comes out of nowhere and surprises people. Yep. Happens often in our sport. We'll have to see how this plays out.
Yeah, sometimes you just think that one person might be invincible, and then all of a sudden there's this young rising star and takes his title away.
Bakhtiyor Rahimov of Tajikistan, 200 kilo even.
Our first squat of the day.
Tajikistan in 200 kilo, move pretty smoothly.
Yeah. Oh, that is no lift. 3 yellow lights. Let's look at the replay. Did not really see why, but the judges were unanimous.
220 kilos, Vor Yektan of Turkey.
Vor Yektan of Turkey, 220 on the bar.
$220 kilos on the bar for a second attempt of the day.
40 kilo below his previous personal best. I'm expecting this to move well.
Taking a deep breath. A little bit of effort though, but let's see what the referees say. 3 white lights is good. And I think in this case it might have to do something with an injury or something.
It looked a little bit of pain on the face there for an opener.
Yeah, it didn't look like comfortable for him. But
who knows, maybe a little bit of adrenaline.
Yeah, maybe a bit of stress.
The body's endorphins kick in and maybe he'll be okay. Liam Mcmanus of Ireland now coming out to 240 kilo. A junior. Finds himself in the open, embracing the moment. Wow, looks good.
Yeah, that's very easy.
I was in the warm-up room, and Team Ireland was on the same warm-up platform as Emil Norling. Had the opportunity to talk to this kid and the coaches. They said, they were trying to get him in as a junior. I think due to some kind of a selection process, he ended up going in the open, and he's just embracing the moment, finds himself warming up with one of the favorites of this competition, Emil Norling, former world champion in juniors, they're like, wow, you know, you just got to embrace it.
That is a great experience for sure. You won't forget that very fast. But this is 250 kilos.
Lasse Johansen of Denmark, 250 kilo for his opener.
Looked like a solid opener. 3 white lights. He's on the board.
250 on the bar now for Joel Vickersland, Norway. Bar loaded, 250 kilos for Joel of Norway.
Same weight, 250 kilos for Norway.
Joel Vickersland of Norway, 250 kilo for his opener.
Gets a command. A little bit of work there, but still very smooth. 3 white lights.
Yeah, he works for it, but bar path up, down, doesn't really get pulled out of position.
Yeah.
And some people, no matter what, if it's their opener or warm-up, they're not going to be super fast with it. Bar speed can be deceiving.
Yeah, that's true. We've had plenty of examples of that this week.
Aaron Haggadouche of Hungary, 260 kilo for his opener.
He should be 30 kilos below his personal best. This should give him a comfortable opener. Been competing for 9 years already, despite only being 25 years old.
Move very well.
Yeah, that looked easy. There's more there. 3 white lads, that is a good lift.
Kilos, good lift at Haggadouche. 265 next weight on the line. Victor Samuelson.
Online, a lot of people have been, talking about the potential of the total that's going to be needed to win this, and if it can actually supplant Russell Orhe, who is currently on the leaderboard in the lead for Best Lifter Award. This is how close the clash is going to be. This is how far these gentlemen are going to push themselves. Novopismani, Anatoly of the Ukraine, has posted some large totals coming in and has the potential.
Certainly has.
Victor Samuelson of Iceland, 265 kilo on the bar for him.
Been competing for 12 years. We've seen this man in the 105s, in the minus 120s as well. Going up and down now and then, equipped and raw. Experienced lifter, and this looked like a good opener. Let's see what the referees say. 3 white lights, he's on the board. Good lad lifter as well. But indeed, we're going to see a big clash for the win in this category, but also they will want to try and get the best overall position on the board.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely need to win your battle in the 105s first.
Yeah.
And Emil is coming for the same prize.
Absolutely.
And he knows what it takes to win an IPF world title.
And Anatoly opening with 343.
Absolute monster, and that's obviously a world record. Vincent Helmrich of Austria.
A little bit of work there, but the referees say that it's good. 3 white lights.
Yeah, Anatoly is something special when you're opening with a world record, and this is, not a new weight class by any means. 105s has had plenty of world champions, big name world champions.
Very true.
Christoph Rizbecki, Bryce Lewis, and he's opening with a world record.
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, the current world record in this class is on the name of Josh Greenfield from England.
Yeah, he's an absolute phenomenal squatter.
Yeah.
Mattia Perezulo of Italy, 270.
That looked good. 3 white lights, another strong Italian lifter.
Surprise, surprise, the Italians well represented this year. Italy and Spain, I believe, are in the same position France was 2 years ago at the last Worlds, where they're on the come up, and you see these fast rising stars, and you see 2 years later, those fast rising stars for France have transitioned into world champions, many world champions.
Many of them.
Italy and Spain seem to be pacing along the same lines. Lavon Kavakalov, ROC, one of the podium favorites.
Currently ranked in 3rd place for total.
Kavakalov opening with 305.
That is a good lift. 3 white lights.
Yep, and I got a feeling, so I think this would be one of those openers where that's the appropriate bar speed. I understand some people come in here and just light it up, and they're very fast and snappy. I don't think he's going to be fast and snappy. I think that's exactly where he wants to be on point.
You could just see a very controlled movement as well. Maybe he wasn't going for speed, but just steady control.
Very much so.
And now all the way from France,
Yeah. Clemo
Corentin.
Coco
Coco, as we say.
is his nickname.
In French, they shout Allez Coco.
And he has done all types of progress in training, looking to make it transpire on the platform now.
Only 21 years old. Little bit of effort, but it looked good to me. 2 to 1.
2 to 1, and it goes there for Clemo at 310. 325 kilos on the bar now.
Coco is on the board.
Sweden.
And it takes so much pressure off.
Yeah.
You know, just get your opener, Emil Norling. So return of the champion, the 105. And I remember he made such a statement winning the 105 juniors last time we were in Sweden. So confident, crowd favorite, returns to the open, finds himself in the middle of one of the biggest clashes we have. Emil Norling representing Sweden, 325 kilo.
Emil is currently ranked 4th in total, but I have a feeling that this guy is going to do everything it takes to win this class.
Well, you got to take that with a grain of salt because Sweden hasn't had, look at the smile on his face. Sweden hasn't had competitions the last 2 years. Those numbers are all old. And Emil is definitely at the top of the pack.
Oh, yeah.
Alongside Anatoly.
That's for sure.
And Anatoly has been competing, so the numbers are going to be closer than they appear.
That is true. But now, good sir.
Yeah, look at. There's a lot of hype on Anatoly coming in here, and he lives up to the hype, opening with 243 kilo for an open world record. Anatoly Novopismani representing the Ukraine.
3.5. Come on.
That looked like work, though.
That looked like work, but it is a world record attempt, though.
But the walkout was shaky.
Yeah.
And when the walkout was that shaky, you wonder if the person might cut depth because it feels heavy.
Yeah.
And that looked like a third as opposed to an opener.
He got 2 reds for depth, so indeed he'll need to take it a bit deeper, but that certainly looked like work. I bet he hoped that he would get this one on the board and then...
Yeah, I mean, look at your... That's going to take all 3 lifts maybe to complete. He's going to have to drop lower, and by the way he was shaking like that, it's going to be a big ask.
Yeah.
Things have just spun, as they sometimes do. You never know what he's dealing with.
My man, we just woke up and we're already dealing with drama here.
We're never safe, it would appear,
never
young
safe.
man. We're never safe.
Oh, I think the squad got overruled.
Overruled as in it's now deep enough.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
I think he'll get it. And that would mean that we have a new world record squad for Anatoly.
We wait with bated breath.
Yeah.
Back to your Rahimo now, 200 kilo even. Anatoly squat is good. Okay, so Anatoly is on the board. You know, I wish I paid a little more attention to the slow-mo there. We were all a little excited when it got red lights and had to discuss it.
Yeah. This was a good lift for Rahimov. But indeed, ladies and gentlemen, we do have a new world squat record in the minus 105 kilo class for Anatoly. The squat got overruled. First got 2 reds for depth, but the judges agreed that it is a good lift.
Vor Yekten of Turkey.
230 kilos, Vor Yekten of Turkey.
230 kilos await him on the platform. It does beg the question, though. Where does Anatoly take it from here when that looked like work? Unless he just wakes up and he's good to go, that looked like work. And if you have 3 squats like that.
He just submitted 355 just whilst you were saying
you
this.
You know, I just seen his coach at the submission table.
So 355, I think it's a bit heavy. But it's up to him to prove me wrong. That's my personal opinion. I mean, maybe he was just a bit stressed for his opener, but he's an experienced lifter, of course.
And the coaching staff, obviously, experienced as well.
Yeah, they know what they do.
Liam Mcmanus of Ireland, 255 on the bar for him.
Nice and deep.
Nicely done.
Yeah. Irish performing like always.
Yep.
3 white lights.
It was work, but you'd expect work for your second attempt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting if Anatoly kicks it up another gear.
Yeah.
But the walkout even looked a little shaky, and I was a little,
Indeed, it was.
For an opener, usually you're not shaking around with your walkout like that.
We've seen different things for him. That's the case.
Stark contrast to Emil's opener.
Yeah, which was very solid.
An easy walkout,
yeah.
And he's smiling halfway through.
And the Swedish have like very strategic calls on their attempts, and they make bigger jumps. And when they go 9 for 9, they just achieve that very big total they want.
It's going to be a battle.
Yeah, but
Lasse,
this is
Johansen
Denmark
of Denmark, 262.5.
Looked very solid. What do the referees think? 3 white lights. That is a good lift for Lasse.
Loaded 262.5 kilos, Jol Vikesland of Norway.
Quite a bit above his personal best.
Vikesland, 262.5 for his second attempt, 2.5 kilo jump, and like you said, well beyond anything he had hit leading into the Worlds.
Absolutely, Ryan.
Training must have been going well.
This looks really good to me.
Yeah, that moved well.
We haven't seen the last of this guy. 3 white lights, a good lift for Vikesland.
275, next weight on the bar, Victor Samuelson, Iceland.
Victor Samuelson of Iceland up next with 275 kilo, 605 pounds. 10 kilo jump, still well below his previous personal best.
Bar loaded 275 kilos for Samuelson of Iceland.
Not sure if the submitted personal best was done in the minus 120 or in this class, because he goes up and down now and then. But he's a very experienced lifter, and I'm quite sure that he'll be on his way to Norway soon for the World Equipped Championships to qualify for the World Games next year.
12 years in the game, in and out of equipment, so he could register a couple World Championships per year. A wealth of experience pays off.
Yeah. See what the referees say. 3 white lights.
Good lift at 275 for Samuelson.
Certainly an experienced lifter.
Vincent
Knows what he's talking about.
Austria.
And if we weren't here, this guy right here might have done the commentary because he has a very great voice.
Vincent Helmreich of Austria, 282.5. He's also got a workable squat, sir.
Yeah.
12.5 kilo jump from his opener.
With a PB of 300.5, which might be a national record. Had to work for this one, but it is indeed a second attempt, and it's 3 white lights.
Nicely done.
Lifters always try to approach somewhere near PR territory in a second attempt, and the third is then often a go for a new PR. That's what we often see.
Yeah, it's a bit of a gauge, that second attempt. See where you're at on the day. And Aaron Haggadouche of Hungary, 285 on the bar for him. He wants to give a shout out to his family back home. This young man, a mathematician, graduated from Oxford. I'm assuming he'll have no worries calculating numbers in the back if he's trying to move up rankings in the last minute.
Well said. That looked like a good lift. And it is a good lift. Must have calculated his depth and speed too.
290 on the bar now. Mattia Perezulo.
Looked nice and deep indeed. Well performed by this guy from Hungary.
Mattia Perezulo of Italy, 290 kilos.
Bar loaded. 290 kilos for Mattia Perezulo of Italy.
.290 kilos for Italy.
20 kilo jump, but still beneath his previous personal best. We're expecting to move. Some people like opening lower beneath their previous PR so they don't have, too much expenditure over the course of those 3 squats. If you're too much on the top end, you can gas out.
That is true.
You need some gas in the tank for deadlifts.
This was a good lift, 3 white lights. As we said, Italy has had some strong athletes. Yesterday we got Francesca Perello from Italy, got 2nd place in the minus 76 kilo class. Strong deadlift.
Lavon Kavakalov of the ROC, Russian Olympic Committee, 19-year veteran, competing with giants in this 105, but be guaranteed he's not overwhelmed by the moment.
Certainly not.
Russian Olympic Committee.
With a current prognosis of 862.5 kilos, he's currently ranked 3rd in the totals.
He's definitely a podium favorite.
That is true.
He knows how to build a total, stay in the pocket. Don't get overly excited what other people are doing.
Yeah, we had to work for this one.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a stutter. I'm interested in seeing the slow-mo here.
But gets it 3 white lights. These are big weights, of course. We often tend to forget this because we're kind of used to these, but these are big weights.
Yeah, there's definitely in the bottom of that squat, things got a whole lot heavier.
Yeah, that's sure.
He can make some adjustments. Coco is back, 325 on the bar for him. Young man taking a 15-kilo jump.
Yeah, it is a big jump, but this is a big guy.
Yeah, he's a big 105.
And only 21 years old, already competing in the Open. I was talking to this guy. He became 1st at the Nationals, and he fought it out with another guy, Nicolas. And the winner could choose if they would do the juniors or the Opens. And Coco wanted to be in the Open. He said, I'm going to compete against the big guys, and I'm going to win.
I respect the gumption.
Allez, Coco. 325 kilos.
See what the judges say.
Yeah. Was it deep enough? No. 2 to 1.
And it's not entirely upright, I think, for the head judge.
I think so too.
Yeah, it looks, he can clean it up. I mean, he shifted the weight, some small adjustments. He's got another squat attempt.
Strength was definitely there.
Strength looks good. Emil Norling of Sweden, the home nation. Sweden's son looking to take 337.5 kilo. Nicely done.
Always with a smile on his face.
And that's how you want your second to look. Emil
3 white lights.
building steam. Take a look at this. His chest doesn't bow, head up. It's work, but it's the type of work you'd expect for a second attempt. He's got more room to grow.
Oh, yeah.
And now we have Anatoly Novopismani from Ukraine, the 93-kilo world champion, moving up to the 105s. Broke a world record in his opener, increasing that weight to 355. The opener looked like work. Will he find another gear?
Well, he'll certainly need these squats to stay ahead of Norling, as Norling submitted a rather low deadlift for what he's able to do.
Yeah, I expect that's going to change, though.
Yeah.
That's a deceiving placeholder.
It is. Opener was a bit harder, but this is again another world record attempt in the minus 105, 355 kilos.
Oh, wow. You know what? He definitely is finding another gear with that.
Two white lights.
I got to be honest with you. That might have moved. It was work, but a stitch better than his opener.
It did.
The weight increases, and so does his intensity. It is phenomenal. He walks it out, and he is shaking like a leaf on a tree. That nervous system is turned on and firing, and he just kicks it up, doesn't he?
He certainly did. This was a new world open squat record in the minus 105 kilo class from Anatoly. And it's like you said, these are weights, 355 kilos. These are weights that they used to lift in the plus with the super heavies. He's doing this in the minus 105. This is a big weight on the weight of this on the back of this man. And of course, you're gonna shake with a weight like that on your back.
You know, the confidence the Ukrainian team has after seeing the opener and then loading up that kind of weight, they understand, you know, the confidence they have in their lifter. Interested in seeing what they go for their third. But first,
Tajikistan
Baktiyor Rahimo, 220.
for his third attempt. Nice and deep, brings it up. Let's see what the referees say. 3 white lights. Well done. This was the first squat of the third round, by the way. So it's the last squat round for this group. Meanwhile, go ahead,
Turkey, 230 kilo.
Meanwhile, we can see the next squat attempts.
Yeah, Novopismani, 360 kilo, 5 kilo jump. You know what? I think 5 kilo, any more than that, you're really pushing it. But this young man is capable of pushing himself.
Yeah, absolutely.
Apparently,
It's a
230.
wise call. Wise call.
Yep. 230 was missed in the second. Looking to correct this. That looks good from my angle, but
Let's see what the referees think. 3 white lights. You were right. That is a good lift.
262.5 on the bar now. Mcmanus of Ireland.
yeah, what a squat session. This has been quite dramatic. And Emil Norling with a 345 finish, that would have been a world record. He would have been finishing with a world record any other year if we didn't have a guy like Anatoly in the field.
That is true.
Liam Mcmanus of Ireland, 262.5 kilo on the bar for his third and final squat.
Again, coached by Jay Farron from the ABS Pro. Been coaching lots of lifters this week. Must have had every week. But this is Liam, 262.5. Made it look like kind of an opener.
Move very well.
Move very well. 3 white lights.
This is well into PR territory, though.
Yep.
It's not like they're holding this young man back.
No.
Coming into this competition, we're almost 20 kilo over his previous PR, so they're loading the bar with him. This young man's just kicking it up a level, and sometimes when you show up at IPF Worlds, you know, the excitement gets you. You got the adrenaline in you, and you're even stronger than you would have expected.
That is true. You have some lifters that perform in training. You have some lifters that perform under the adrenaline from a championship like this.
Joel Vikesland of Norway, 270.
Indeed, a big PR if he gets this one. And it looked like he did. Let's see what the referees think. They agree. 3 white lights, a big PR for Joel.
272.5 kilos, Lasse Johansen, Denmark.
Lasse Johansen of Denmark, 272.5 kilo.
Johansen of Denmark.
And we are motoring through these third attempts. Nice smooth pace. Everybody nailing them as the bar keeps increasing and increasing to historic levels by the end.
I couldn't have said it better.
The tension rises with it.
Is Lasse?
Yeah, you know what? Lasse does a good job sticking with this all the way through.
Yeah. Oh, gets called.
Got
depth.
called on depth. Let's take a look.
2-1.
It's borderline.
Yeah, and that's why you get a 2-to-1 call.
Yeah. But I have to agree with you. He performed it very well. 3 times. Stay with the bar.
Yeah, he stuck with it. His form never broke down. Victor Samuelson of Iceland, 285.
Samuelson, Iceland.
7.5 kilo below personal best. Might be a 105 PR if he gets this one. We don't know that for sure, of course. Come on, Victor.
$10-kilo jump, still 7.5 below his previous personal best.
Yeah. Nice and deep. And gets it up.
You know what? The veteran of the game, I think he loaded the bar appropriately.
Yeah.
I know it's below his previous personal best. However, you take what you have on that day. He knew, no, this is where I get all the kilos out of me with this number here. Great attempt selection.
And you could tell by his reaction that he was right on the spot. He wanted it to move this way. He's very happy.
Vincent Helmreich of Austria, 290 kilo on the bar for him. 7.5 kilo jump.
Still 10.5 kilo below his personal best. Previous one was a bit of work. But it's never gonna be easy, of course. Let's go, Vincent. 290 kilos on the bar. Fighting it. Oh, but just too heavy. I was almost past that sticking point. Just didn't manage to get it up.
It was a good attempt.
That's for sure.
And I'm going to agree with you. He hits depth and almost past that mid-sticking point.
Yep. It might as well have succeeded.
Chest just a little bowed and hips got away from Aaron. Haggadouch of Hungary, 300 kilo even. 15 kilo jump.
And a 10 kilo PR if he gets this one. Again, shout out to his family.
The Oxford graduate mathematician, you hear him hollering coming onto the platform.
Hyping himself up for a big PR and the magical 300 kilo.
I was about to say, when you're about to join one of those new clubs, the 300 kilo club welcomes him.
And he gets it up.
Nicely done.
Let's see what the referees think. 3 white lights, he gets it. He's
3
very
white
happy.
lights.
Look at the excitement. This is what it's all about, my man. Look at the excitement. He lived for this moment. You could tell he's been training and working for ages to get this squat on the board, and he got it, and he's so happy.
300 starring Aaron Haggadouch. Mattia Perezulo of Italy, 305 on the bar for his third and final attempt. 5 kilo personal best should he hit this. and a 15-kilo jump from his second.
Bars loaded, 305 kilos. Mattia Perezulo, Italy.
.305.
Whoa, whoa.
Oh, no.
Okay, you know, there was some doubt up there, but he showed some gumption sticking with him. Be like, not yet, not yet. Let me get another taste of this.
We were like, oh, yeah, no, yes. It was a bit up and down, but sadly couldn't make it up. Well, nice try, though.
Kavakalov, Russian Olympic Committee.
It is a big weight, though, and everything needs to be perfect when you want to bring this one up.
Lavon Kavakalov of the ROC, 317.5 on the bar for his third and final, 700 pounds.
If he gets this weight, if he gets this bar, this would be a 7.5 kilo personal best for him. And this is a very important lift for the overall rankings in this class. Looked easier than his second.
It looked like it might be a stitch high. Let's see what the judges say.
Exactly. I was about to say the same thing. It might have looked a bit higher. Might explain as well why it was a bit easier than his second.
Right. And that's why, yeah, that was a little high there.
Need to sink that in a bit deeper.
You see why people cut depth. Like, just a little bit higher is a lot easier. And it becomes like a self-preservation that kicks in when you feel the bar being heavy on your back.
Exactly. For these top class lifts, a lot of people are seeking the balance between like parallel, right below parallel, just to win gains and kilos. But this is
Coco from France with 325.
Missed this one on his second on depth. Strength was definitely not the issue, so I'm sure he'll get it this time. Allez, Coco.
If he hits this, squats himself onto the podium in the bronze medal position.
Currently ranked second in total. That looked better. Brings it up.
It's on the line.
Let's see what the referees think. 2-1, he gets it. A very, very important lift for Clemo.
Absolutely, for his podium intentions.
Yes. A big international PR as well. But now we have
Emil Norling of Sweden, 345 kilo being loaded for his third and final squat. 7.5 kilo jump.
And as you said, this would have been a world record if not for Anatoly.
Yep, just happens to find himself with Anatoly in this class. But I tell you what, 345 kilo put onto his total would greatly help his cause in this battle.
Absolutely.
Second attempt moves so well.
Oh.
Well caught, loaders.
Just too heavy today for Emil. Well, this is something that we're not used to from this guy.
Yeah, you know, he doesn't miss often. See here, yeah, it's just a little much. He got a little pulled out of position here.
It was a big PR if he would have succeeded, of course. But now, one more time.
World record attempt for the Ukrainian lifter.
The last
360 kilo loaded on the bar for Anatoly Novopismani of the Ukraine. Broke the world record in his opener. Broke it again on his second attempt. And here we are.
The last squad of this group, and not the least to say, 360 kilos, an absolute massive squad if he gets this in the 105 kilo class.
Oh my goodness! This young man keep loading the weight and he keeps locking it out. I will never doubt that young man again. After the opener, I was thinking, well, not a lot of room in the tank.
Ladies and gentlemen, we just saw a world open squat record in minus 105 kilo class. 360 kilos to be precise. These are absolute weight, massive weights for Ryan.
and the ability to grind and rise to the occasion. And this is what you expect. Do it at a local meet. Do it at a national level. Try it at the IPF World Championships to IPF standard under this kind of pressure, under this kind of travel. It's phenomenal what Anatoly is capable of doing time after time again. Looking at the scoreboard, 360 on there. Emil coming in, look at, no one had expected he'd miss his third.
Yeah.
The day is all not lost for him. He's a monster deadlifter, maybe possibly the biggest of the field.
Yeah.
So it's going to come down to the very last deadlift still. And then Coco taking the bronze medal, surprising some people. The young upstart establishing himself in a star-studded 105. We will be back in 20 minutes. Do not go anywhere. And welcome back to the IPF World Championships live in Holmsted, Sweden at the Aliko Center. And Rob, we had quite the battle in the squats. It started off for Anatoly looking like it was shaky, literally and figuratively, walking out a world record squat, shaky, settled himself, squatted it. Initially, it looked like it was high, the ref saying it was high, and then the jury overturns it, the weight gets heavier, and he seemed to find another gear because he got less shaky, he got more convincing depth, and he got better and better as the squat session went. What was your impression?
Absolutely. The fact that the judges overruled his his opener, that changed the whole competition, because indeed it looked shaky, and if he would not have gotten it, had to retake it, might have been like a bit more stressful, even maybe might miss it again. But he surprised us completely, doing an even stronger second one and an even stronger third one. He worked really hard and grinded himself through every rep. 3 heavy bars, 3 world records on top of that. And Norling missing his third squat, which was a very important squat for the overall rankings in this class, giving Coco from France some bigger,
It opened the door for Coco if you're Team France. And we'll see how the impact of such heavy and a lot of effort for those squat sessions for Anatoly, how it impacts him, because he certainly had to work. However, I'm sure in terms of energy management, this isn't his first rodeo. No. He's won world titles. He knows what he's doing. I had questioned the second attempt selection going up like that, and he was just fine, handled it well.
Yep.
But you have a good point. If he had missed the opener and it stayed as being high, he probably would have retook the weight, and then we'd be walking into with his, ended up being his second attempt weight, could have been his third attempt weight, might have been a little bit closer of a race, but we have a lot more lifting to go. So let's see how it all shakes up. Liam Mcmanus will kick off the bench press with 140 kilo.
So this is the first bench press of today, the first bench press of the 105 kilo class. 140 kilos on the bar for Liam, coached by Jay. Looked like an easy opener and gets 3 white lights for it. So I just saw that Anatoly lowered his first bench from 217 to 215. It's a small decrease, but might indicate something.
Yeah, it's interesting because that's a very small decrease. If there's something, wrong, so to speak, 2.5 kilo isn't necessarily going to right the ship. So it is a little interesting that he did that. We'll have to pay attention because we just said fatigue levels got to be a little high, especially with the adrenaline and whatnot. Maybe you want to cruise control a little bit through bench press. We'll have to see.
3 squats like that, they will impact your energy levels no matter what.
Even Anatoly.
No one is invincible.
Correct, sir. Back to your Rahimo with 150 on the bar.
Our second bench in this flight.
Tajikistan.
150 kilos, there we go. That looked like work for an opener. Oh, and gets 2 reds.
Let's take a look at that.
1 yellow, 1 blue. Yeah, there is no doubt there. Butt came of the bench.
Yeah, that's an opener too. Like we had talked about this before. Pick an opener you can hit any day of the week. Perfect form.
This is 155.
War Yektan, representing Turkey, opening up with 155 kilo on his bench. He's hit 170.
Oh, there was a little bit of dipping there on top. I think this one will get red lights. Yeah. So there was downward movement before he got the recommend. He'll need to keep his elbows locked to get that lift. but stayed on the bench, but there was no proper lockout.
Yeah, that was clear at the lockout. And we've had 2 failures back to back. Let's see if Lasse Johansen of Denmark can turn this around. 160.
It's rather sad to see that there are 2 missed openers already in this flight, this early on.
Actually, it's pronounced Lassa. I'm looking at my notes here for the pronunciation. Nice.
Yeah, this looked way better, as an opener should be. 3 white lights, a good lift, he's on the board. He can comfortably start building.
And Johansson, actually, that was his PR that he opened with, but made
Oh, wow.
easy work of it.
60 kilos, Aaron Haggadouche, Hungary.
Aaron Haggadouche of Hungary, 160.
He got a big squat PR of 300 kilos and was very happy with that. Was lovely to see. Let's see what he does on the bench, opening 160 kilos. That was easy.
Yep, nicely done.
3 white lights. That is a good lift for Hungary.
162.5 on the bar now.
So 5 openers, 3 successful openers. The success rate is beginning to increase.
Oh yeah.
Vincent Helm Wright of Austria, 162.5 on the bar for him.
He is a lovely guy. I'm a relaxed guy, but this guy is even calmer.
Giving the spotters and loaders instructions on how he wants to hand off, which is important.
Especially on the bench. Long arms, and that will indicate something else.
Yeah, those are deadlift arms, sir.
Exactly, my man.
Mattia Perezulo, Italy.
Oh, this is Italy. 165 kilos.
Powerlifting 165 kilos, Mattia Perezulo.
Mattia Perezulo of Italy, 165 kilos for his opener.
Italy has some very strong benchers. Think about Carola Gara, of course. Right arm stayed a bit behind, but that's no problem. 3 white lights.
Next weight on the bar is 170, Joel Vigersland of Norway. Followed 170 kilos to Vigersland.
Joel Vigersland of Norway, 170 kilo, loaded on the bar for him.
.5 kilos above his personal best. Impressive opener if this works out. Let's hope it does. Easy. Easy opener, 3 white lights, a big PR as an opener, and plenty more there.
180 on the bar now for
Yeah, that's what you want your opener to look like. Iceland's Victor Samuelson, 180 kilo on the bar for him.
Should be an easy opener for Victor. One of the bigger names from Iceland. Drives his traps into the bench.
Little stutter, little stutter on the way up and unable to lock that out.
It looked heavy, but I do think that this was a misgroove. As we can see, he pushed the weight away from the rack, losing his bar pot, making the lift gradually heavier. So if he can get the bar pull right, I think he will get this. But this is a third missed opener already in this flight.
Sweden's Emil Norling, 195 kilo on the bar for his opener.
Salvan Wrecking, 195 kilos. Emil from Sweden.
Smooth opener.
3 white lights. That is a good lift for Emil.
200 kilos on the bar now. Corentin Clemo of France.
Coco from France, 200 kilo even for his opener.
He's a strong bencher too. This guy is a bit of an overall machine. I've seen him bench big things. I'm not gonna spoil it yet for you guys at home. But this is 200 kilos for his opener. Allez Coco. 200 kilos, 200 kilos for Coco. He hit the rack, but that should not be a red light. Indeed, gets it, 2-1.
215 on the bar now. The Novopismani of Ukraine, to be followed by Kavakalov at the same weight.
Got 1 red from this side referee.
Ukraine versus Russia in the bench press. Bar is loaded, 215
And he's
kilos.
back. The Ukraine's Anatoly Novopismani.
Ukraine.
215 kilo, you had mentioned. He was down for a 217.5.
Yep.
Lowered it, so let's pay attention to how 215 moves.
Is he gonna grind his way all the way up to some new records? We'll see.
No grind, but
Not
it was
easy either.
some work.
Yeah.
Well,
In this flight, every opener has been either bad or good, but we haven't seen a weight fly up, effortless. That means.
Lavon Kavakalov of the ROC, 215 kilo as well for his opener.
Well, he made it fly
Okay.
up. There we
Wow.
have it.
Right on cue.
Yeah, 3 white lights, a good lift.
All of the openers are done. 3 lifters missed and are retaking their weights they missed in their openers. There's a peak at the standings. Anatoly at the top due to body weight breaking the tie with Lavon. Coco in third, but we have a lot of pressing to go. And if you're wondering, Anatoly jumping up 10 kilo. Now, I'm not going to second guess this young man like I did in squats with the attempt selection.
So he might go for a bench record on his third.
Liam Mcmanus, 150 in the
That
books.
was a good lift for Liam. Looked very easy. Again on point with attempt selections, the Irish.
Didn't get this last time. Bar is loaded, 150 kilos.
Rahimo Bakhtior
Tajikistan.
retaking 150.
Missed it on his first. It looked very heavy, so I hope for him that he can get it this time.
Yeah, like you had said before, sometimes some adjustments where the touch point is on the chest, a slightly off the touch point can change the whole bar path, and it looks heavier than it actually is for his nervous system. Let's hope
yeah.
that's the case.
Throughout the years, these lifters have evolved their techniques, and a lot of people are arching their way into the bench. So everything needs to be right. It's not only a matter of strength, it's a matter of technique. And some minor changes might do the trick. Let's see if they do for this one. Gets it up. What do the referees say? 3 white lights, he's on the board.
3 white lights and a good lift.
Made the proper adjustments, and this is a little bit of inspiration for the other 2 lifters who had previously missed the rope.
Oh, yeah.
Yektan of Turkey.
Anything is still possible. No one's lost just yet.
Hopefully he'll get it this time as the bar is loaded.
War Yektan of Turkey missed 155. Would love to do the exact same. Come back, hit it.
I could see him grab for his shoulder, so I hope he's not injured. It looked good, but was it? Yeah, he gets it. 3 white lights. He's on the board as well.
Cleaned it up a little.
Yep.
So if he is injured, it didn't impede him to get on the board.
No.
Stays in the game and can advance into the deadlifts. Lasse Johansen of Denmark, 167.5 for his second attempt.
7.5 kilos above his personal best. 27 years old, been competing for 4 years.
Yeah, opened with his previous personal best, but that flew for him.
Yeah.
Oh,
Looked like he
came
was
on.
going to get it, but
yeah, there's a lot of speed right up to the lockout transition piece, and brakes came on suddenly.
you know, when you are in PR territory, every kilo might make the difference.
Yep.
You might want to pick wisely.
Vincent Helmrich of Austria.
Opener was good, not that fast either. Let's see what he does with this one.
Yeah, 7.5 kilo jump to 170, but 7.5 kilo below his previous personal best. Seemed to handle it well.
Yeah, 3 white lights, he gets it, he's happy with that. Now Italy, same weight.
Mattia Perezulo of Italy, 170, stays on the bar for him. 5 kilo jump.
$170 kilo for Italy. Mattia gets the command.
Oh, fairly smooth.
Yeah, and very well executed on top of that. 3 white lights. Let's look at the replay. Braces his core. Pauses very nicely. Brings it up as it should be. We're going up 2.5 kilos for Hungary.
Aaron Haggadouch of Hungary, 172.5 kilo. Loaded on the bar for him.
Again, a little shout out to the people at home in Hungary and all over the world, of course. But for this guy in particular in Hungary, that looked good. 3 white lights. That is a good lift.
180 next weight on the bar. Your biggest land of Norway.
Norway's Joel Vikasland, 180 kilo. Well into PR territory for this young man. Opened
yeah.
with 170, but coming into IPF Worlds, he had only previously hit 162.5. A bit of uncharted waters. Let's see how he handles it.
Yeah. 10 kilo jump. Must have felt confident after his opener. Indeed, big PR if he gets this one.
There it is.
Yeah, looked easy. He answered our question there. That is a good lift. 3 white lights for Norway.
Samuelson, Iceland, bar is loaded. Didn't get 180s, decided to go for 185 anyway.
Oh, 185 being loaded for Victor Samuelson of Iceland. Missed 180. Wants to come back with a 5 kilo increase.
So we've talked about this earlier. This is a dangerous risk, especially when your opener was heavy. So it must have been a case of misgroove in the first attempt. Otherwise, you would not make a jump like that. He must have felt confident enough to make that jump, or to not lose any ground, of course.
Yeah, I was about to say he's a 12-year veteran. 3 white lights. If it's a gamble, he probably understands the gamble he's making.
Yeah.
Must have hit this several times leading to this competition, not just previously in the past. You feel a little bit more confident when you see a move like that and you see the years having competed is in the double digits.
Yeah, for sure.
Emil Norling, 200 kilo even. 5 kilo jump, matching his previous personal best, but those numbers are probably around 2 years old.
Gets it up.
Yeah, it looks like a smooth second attempt.
Yeah. This equals his personal best. 200 kilo, 3 white lights. If I'm not mistaken, I've seen him do 205 on training.
I'm wondering if he loads 205 for his third.
Yeah.
What do you think?
No idea, my man.
Ah, I put you on the spot.
I think you're right. I think you're right. It will put 205 or 202.5 if he wants to play safe, to build total. We'll see.
Yeah, he's definitely in the middle of a
My man,
battle.
you're right. It's 205.
205. And
You win this round.
Coco from France, 205 on the bar for him. 5 kilo jump.
This is a conservative jump for him. I've seen him make bigger jumps. I think he'll want to build that total because it's going to be necessary against these other ones. Ali Coco, 205, 205.
Oh, but the brakes come on.
That looked heavy.
Yeah, it's you know, I mean, you're right in terms that you had said it looks like a conservative jump. You say it because previously he's hit 210, so
Yeah.
you would think there's 10 more kilo in tank. Look like okay, 5 kilo jump, 5 kilo towards that is closer to the PR, but we'll have to see if he can make some adjustments in his third.
I'm going to tell you a secret. He's hit 220 on training.
Oh wow.
But of course, we are IPF Worlds. They are strict here, and the pause command, the pause, is long here.
It looked appropriate though.
It
if I'm
might make the
honest.
difference.
Lavon Kavakalov of the ROC Russian Olympic Committee, 222.5 kilo on the bar for his second attempt, 7.5 kilo jump. Handles it well.
Yeah, look good.
3 white lights and a good lift.
3 white lights, that is a good lift.
225 on the
We're going up 2.5 kilos for
Yeah.
Ukraine.
Ukraine.
Ukraine's Anatoly Novopismani
Olympic committee lifter.
put on quite the show in the squat event, opening with a world record, breaking it twice over after that.
And I have a feeling that this 225 kilo bench press on his second attempt will be his ticket towards a world record attempt in the third attempt.
Let's see how he handles this.
Yep, this will be an important one. Brings it up. It's quite some work, but he brings it up well.
You know what? So I'm starting to see a
Lights.
pattern. In his opener, we're like, wow, okay, it was a bit of work. But the second attempt looked very similar to the opener. And I think he's just a worker. I think,
He's a worker.
you know, none of his attempts are going to be fast. None of his attempts are going to be convincing in terms of bar speed. This is what it's going to look like. And he might be cruising to another world record in
Yeah.
the bench press.
For sure. I think he'll go for 231, if I'm not mistaken.
Rewriting the history books.
There we have it, 231.
Liam Mcmanus of Ireland, 155 on the bar for him.
Well, he gets that up. Gets 3 white lights. So 3 good benches for him. Again, Ireland on point with the attempt selection.
No surprises there.
This was, by the way, the first bench of the third round.
Bakhtiyor Rahimov representing Tajikistan. 160 for his third and final. Missed 150. Came back, made the proper adjustments, hit it, taking a sizable 10-kilo jump and a possible 10-kilo personal best if he's successful.
The second one was a bit of work. But these things don't come for free. 160 kilos on the bar.
A little too much.
Yeah. I'll need to do that next time.
Just too heavy, no lift for round off at 160. 165 next weight on the bar. Buryaktan, Turkey.
War Yaktan is up next, representing Turkey. 165 on the bar for him. Similar situation, misses opener, came back, hit it, and also jumping up 10 kilo. Let's see how it moves.
It is indeed a big jump, but probably with missing the openers, they are not gonna hit what they were supposed to hit, and they try to take a bigger risk for the third attempt.
Yeah, it's that conversation you have to have. Do we go with the third we always had planned? It's a bigger jump, though, in weight. Or do we meet somewhere in the middle?
Little pause, but I don't think there was downward. Indeed, 3 white lights. Let's look at the replay one more time.
Good lift. Next weight on the bar is 167.5 kilos. Lasse Johansen, Denmark.
Yeah, right there. There was definitely a sticking point, but no up down like you had said.
167.5 kilos. Lasse Johansen.
Lasse Johansen of Denmark, 167.5. Missed this in the second. Retaking it for his third and final.
For his final bench of the day. That looks better.
Nicely done.
3 white lights, he gets it. Might have been in his groove on his second attempt.
175, next weight on the bar. Vincent, Helm, Austria.
Austria's Vincent Helmreich, 175 kilo on the bar for him. 5 kilo jump. Wow, the crowd is really rallying behind him here.
Yeah, Austria is well represented here. Fighting it. Just too heavy for our big friendly giant. Very tall man for the 105s as well.
175 on the bar for Mattia Perezulo, Italy.
So same weight,
175
175 kilos.
Of Italy.
Italy's Mattia Perezulo, 175.
Let's see what the referees say. 3 white lights, that is a good lift for Italy. 3 on 3 on the bench.
177.5 on the bar now. Haggadouche, Hungary. Bar loaded. 177.5 kilos for Haggadouche.
177.5 kilos, a 5 kilo jump from his second attempt.
50 seconds.
And Hungary's Aaron Haggadouche, 177.5 on the bar for his third and final bench.
Two good benches so far. We're still looking good. Let's see what he does with this weight. Pushes through it. And gets 3 white lights. That is 6 on 6 so far for Hungary.
Norway. 6 lifts remain in this bench press competition. Bar is loaded. 187.5
Joel Vikasland of Norway, 187.5 on the bar for him, 407 pounds. 7.5 kilo jump from the second.
This will give him a 25 kilo personal best if he gets this one.
Yeah, a pretty good bench day.
Yeah, absolutely, you can say that. I'll be happy with that too. Fighting through it. Really fighting this one. Locks it out. Will he get this one? Let's see.
It's a good fight.
What a fight. Oh, he gets it. 2-1. A 25 kilo PR. This is, sorry, I'm going to say it. This is my personal grind king of the day so far.
Anatoly's got to be in the discussion for squats, but it was impressive.
Yeah. Let's say the grind king for bench then. 25 kilo PB though. Officially, that is, of course.
Victor Samuelson of Iceland, 192.5 on the bar for his third and final bench.
Misgrooved his opener. Added 5 kilos on his second attempt. Now adding 7.5 kilos for his third. And gets it up. And 3 white lights. That is a good lift.
Good lift for Samuelson. 3 white lights at 192.5. 205.
And now Ryan.
For Emile Norling.
Sweden's Emil Norling.
Sweden's strongest.
He went up to 205. We thought 200 was work, but he has hit 205, I believe, in training before. And
Yes.
Norling might give the referee's money.
It will be a fight for sure.
205 kilos.
he just needs to rise his level of intensity and meet the weight. Wants to gain some ground.
An important bench. Stay in the race. Come on, Sweden. 205. Fighting it. But just too heavy. And this is an important miss in this competition.
You know, he missed his third squat, he missed his third bench, and that is when we started getting into the PR territory. And Emil's podium hopes are still alive, but it's becoming a tight race.
Yeah.
Russia is close, and right on cue, Team France as well.
Yeah.
Coco coming out to 205. If he can hit this, it's starting to be a battle for the podium.
Oh, yeah.
That's 3 gentlemen behind Anatoly in only 2 spots.
So, Coco already secured bronze in the bench because he's lighter than Emil. But now, 205, and he gets it up. Way easier than last time. Let's see what the referees say. 3 white lights, an important lift for Big Coco from France. Well done.
27.5 kilos on the bar now for Lavon Kavakalov, Russian Olympic Committee. Bar is loaded.
Lavon
227.5
Kavakalov
kilos.
of the
Lavon
ROC,
Kavakalov.
227.5, tipping over the 500-pound mark if he hits it, 5-kilo jump. And looking at the projected, starting to build a case for a possible silver medal. Got a lot of lifting left to go, and the deadlifts, a lot can happen.
If he gets this one, this will put him into current gold medal position for the bench press.
Slows that lockout. Can he lock out his right?
No. Lost the bar pod, but almost got there though.
No lift at 227.5.
Still got the silver medal in the bench press, but this was again an important miss, which opened some doors for Big Coco from France. But now, Ryan, we have a big lift coming up.
Anatoly Novopismani of the Ukraine broke the world record 3 times over in the squat event and looking to collect the bench press world record with a 231 kilo total, bench press in his third and final.
Our 4th world record attempt by the same person, and it's only the bench press.
You know, 225 was consistent with his opener. This is 6 kilo above that. Definitely well within reason.
But by now we know that this guy is a worker. 231 kilos for a new World Open bench press record in this class. Gets it up, fights it, brings it up.
I'm wondering if his butt came up, though. I saw some hip shifting.
Yes, sadly that is the case. 2-1 over. He did not get this one. There was butt lift indeed.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, a big one too.
That was not going to
Yeah.
pass. However, Novopismani ends off with the biggest bench by 2.5 kilo. Lavon taking silver in the bench press event with a 222.5 kilo. And Clement of France, 103, 205. I was reading the body weight, in the bronze medal position. And the battle is getting close. Emil Norling missing his 2/3. Obviously, no one had seen that. He's an IPF world champion. Can he turn it back around in the deadlifts? He has a monster deadlift. He is capable of pulling for medals. He pulled for the win last time we were in Sweden. We'll have to see. It's going to be close.
It's going to be close for sure.
As it always is. 20 minutes. We'll see you in the deadlift event. Welcome back to the IPF World Championships live in Homestead, Sweden. We are at Alico headquarters where the 105s are getting ready to deadlift. And Rob, we've had quite the fireworks where Anatoly, Novopismani, who was the 93 kilo world champion, moved up to 105, opened with a world record squat, broke the world record in his second, then broke it again in his third, attempted a bench world record for his third in the bench press, and came close, completed a lift, but the infraction of the butt rising. Still a historical performance, looks like it's coming. After he hits his opener, he's already at 9:15. The question is, how far will he push it, as well as the podium positioning? It's a very, very tight race.
It is a very tight race. Indeed, what we've discussed, if Anatoly pulls his first deadlift, it will put him in a 950 kilo total, which is absolutely massive. And in my opinion, that will be a winning total already, I think. Meanwhile, we see that Norling has upped his deadlift from 320 to 340, as we suspected, putting him in a current second position in total, going over the ROCer. But everything is still possible. Big Coco from France is still in the race. Norling is in the race. Everything can happen.
Strategically, it's a good move for Norling to establish himself as the silver medalist now, and hopefully, on his sake, pull after the opposition so he knows where to load the bar for their seconds and thirds, put in a placeholder, maintain that position. Norling's still a favorite for the silver, but he's got stiff opposition.
He got stiff opposition for sure. Indeed, with a higher deadlift opener, the Swedish coaches can just check whatever the ROCers are about to do.
That's right. They look behind themselves, as well as Coco from France. Now, it's difficult to judge this young man based off of previous performances because Clement is young and he doesn't have as many totals registered. So we'll have to see where he ends up. A bit of a question mark.
If the grip is good, he will pull big. That's for sure. But the grip will have to be good.
Back to your Rahimo representing Tajikistan. A little bit of work.
Three white lights.
250 successful for his opener. 255 is getting loaded now. You see here, it's a little work for an opener.
Yeah, that is true. But so are all his openers, to be honest.
That's fair. And War Yaktan of Turkey, 155 on the bar for him.
They look good, but was it locked out? So he got one red for lockout, as I suspected. But it was on the edge. From here it looked better. On the replay it looked better indeed. But he got it, was a good lift, he's on the board.
Liam Mcmanus of Ireland, 275 kilo, awaits him on the platform for his opener. Makes easy work of that.
Three white lights, that is a good lift.
285 on the bar now. Lasse Johansen, Denmark. Bars loaded. 285 kilos. Lasse Johansen.
Lasse Johansen of Denmark, 285 for his opener. So far, everybody's moving them relatively nicely and solidifying their totals. Once you got your total solidified, you can start making some big jumps.
With a hook grip pull. Makes easy work of this one. Three white lights. That is a good lift for Denmark. Lasse.
On the bar. 290. Novopismani. The bar is loaded. The bar is loaded at 290 for Novopismani.
So Vikasland coming out to 290. There we are. Changing of the names for the for the scoreboard there.
Registered PB of 322.5, which is big. And this did look easy for an opener. 3 white lights. On the board.
Vincent, Helm, Austria.
Now we have 295 kilos on the bar for Austria.
Vincent Helmrich of Austria, 295 kilo.
And 3 white lights. That is a good lift. Back started to cave a little bit. We'll need to tense those lats a bit harder, but got it up anyway.
Victor Samuelson, Iceland, 300 kilo even for his opener.
Iceland's got some big pullers, like the big JK Johansen. But so is Victor. This should be easy for him. Bit of work of the ground, but got it up. 3 white lights.
3 white lights and 300 for Samuelson. Same weight remains on the bar for Mattia Perezulo, Italy.
Mattia Perezulo, Italy, 300 kilos stays on the bar for him. Make smooth work of it.
3 white lights.
Good lift, 3 whites.
That's a good lift.
302.5 on the bar now. Aron Haggadouch, Hungary.
302.5 for Hungary.
Aaron Haggadouche of Hungary, 302.5 kilo loaded for his opener.
Has a registered PB of 331 kilos, which should be a national record. Is or was a national record in Hungary.
In this competition, he's lifted, he's coached, he's refereed. He's done it all. You think it's an easy job being a referee because they get to sit down? It really is not. Bars loaded, 302.5 kilos for Aron Haggadouch, Hungary.
Nicely done.
Yeah, there's plenty more there. He'll make a big jump on the second, I'm sure of it. 3 white lights, that is a good lift. Now we have some massive pulls left for openers.
Yeah, the last 4 pulls are all massive, beginning with Anatoly Novopismani of the Ukraine, 330 kilo for his opener.
30 kilos, Anatoly Novopismani, World Open total record on his opener.
If he gets this, he will get the World Open total record in the 105 kilo class with 915 kilos.
Nicely done.
That was easy. Plenty more
And
there.
that is the easiest opener we've seen him have today.
Absolutely. And I think it's almost safe to say that this was the winning pull for him.
Yeah, I mean, barring a massive surprise, but now it becomes, in terms of his storyline, how far can he push the world total record?
I think if it were up to me as coach, I would give him one more secure pull, maybe 340-ish, pull it to be absolutely sure, and then go full ballistic on your third.
Sounds like logic to me. Lavon Kavakalov of the ROC, 335 on the bar.
For the battle of the second place with Emil Norling. Came a little bit forward, but he gets it. It's just enough. 3 white lights, that is a good lift. He's on the board.
340 is the
Moving up to 340.
This is Emile Norling of Sweden. It remains on the bar for Clemo. And the
2 deadlifts left in this first round.
So Emile Norling of Sweden, 340 kilo for his opening dead. With this, he'll pull himself into the silver medal position overall.
Well, it's fair to say that his deadlift's on point. 3 white light. This was the fastest opener we've had now.
Remains on the bar.
Yeah, let's see if he gets back on track. He had been missing his thirds in the squat and the bench, and if he hits his third on the deadlift, he'll really help keep the slight edge he has. I think it's going to come down to the third for that silver. That's how tight it is. And Clement of France also opening with 340.
This is Big Coco with a massive 340 kilo opener. Hook ripple. That looked easy. 2 to 1.
Good lift, 2 to 1.
I think one of the refs didn't like the shoulders there.
A deadlift in. The competition begins in earnest. 260 on the bar. After into round 2. Mattia Perezulo of Tajikistan.
That was an easy pull for Big Coco from France.
We were wondering what 340 would look like for Clement, and it moved smooth. It moved like an opener should. Taking a look at the scoreboard here, Clement with the biggest dead. It's tied with Norling, but he's slightly less body weight. And Norling pulling himself into that silver medal position and looking to maintain that position throughout. But he's facing opposition. Clement's close, Lavon's close, and Anatoly essentially pulling himself away into the lead. And we'll see where he ends up. Now back to your Rahimo with a 260 kilo second attempt.
Two to 1, a good lift.
2 to 1, that's a good lift. Got 1 blue.
270 on the bar. Yekkan, Turkey.
For downward movement here. But got 2 to 1, so he's on the board.
Everybody hit the opener. Everybody solidified their total. Now you could start making those jumps to try to jockey around for position.
Absolutely.
Boryaktan from Turkey, 270 kilo.
Good lift, 3 white lights and 270. 300 is on the bar now. Lasse Johansen of Denmark remains on the bar for Mcmanus of Ireland.
Lasse Johansen of Denmark, 300 kilo even.
Loaded, 300 kilos, Lasse Johansen of Denmark.
300 kilos on the bar for Denmark. Lasse Johansen. Easy second pull, 300 kilos. Notes that it's good and gets positive feedback from the referees. 3 white lights and a good lift.
Ireland's Liam Mcmanus, 300 kilo for his second attempt, 25 kilo jump. Handles that jump well.
Yeah. Also, only 21 years old. Very young to be in this open class. He's still a junior.
Haggadouche of Norway remains on the bar for Perezulo of Italy.
Norway's Vikasland with 315 loaded on the bar for a second.
Now, Ryan, look at these second attempts. We are having some crazy lifts ahead of us.
Very nice second attempt.
Yeah,
for Vincent.
absolutely.
Good lift.
3 wide lights. It was a strong deadlift. Getting closer to his personal best of 322.5. But first, the same weight of 315 kilos.
315 kilos. Mattia Perezulo, Italy.
Italian Mattia, 315, 15 kilo jump. Uh-oh.
Very calm.
It was a good lift, but he's indicating that he got some cramps in his hand and back.
Yeah.
Vincent, Helm, Austria.
Hope they can massage it out.
Well, we haven't had, and I'm not trying to jinx anything, a single failed attempt.
Well, let's touch wood, my man, for Austria.
Vincent Helmreich of Austria, 320.
And the crowd is absolutely loving this man.
Over 700 pounds now.
With the knee sleeves. Locks it out. And 3 wide lights. That is a good lift.
He is hit. Oh. So the Italian opts not to come back out.
Decides to call it a day after 315. Indeed, when the back and the hands are cramping up, it's nothing much you can do.
Yeah. Err on the side of caution if you think you're going to further injure yourself. And Iceland's Victor Samuelson, 322.5.
We're cleaning the bar at the request of the centre referee, Mr. Jeff Butt of Canada.
I'll give a quick shout out to our sponsors if we have a minute. A thank you to Alico, who allowed us to host the IPF World Championships at their headquarters in Holmsted, Sweden, as well as SBD for their support of the IPF World Championships, several of the national teams, and individual lifters. 322.5 for Victor Samuelson of Iceland.
If he pulls this weight, it will give him a 2.5 kilo personal best. He's strong. Pulling this weight on his second attempt. Let's see how he does. He's off. Looks it up. Oh,
It was
don't-
definitely work.
definitely work. I don't think he looked that out. Yeah, see, indeed, didn't get the lookout quite there. I think it's there if he can retake it.
Same weight remains on the bar for Aaron Haggadouch.
Yeah, the shoulders slumped forward at the top, and he couldn't get them back.
Yeah,
He will have an opportunity to take it again. And Aaron Haggadouche of Hungary, 322.5.
Cleaning the bar again.
8.5 kilos shy of his personal best,
Once it starts to get to the
which
sharp
is
end,
we
the
suspect
centre
is
make
a
sure
Hungarian
no
national
residue
record,
of any kind left
or
on the
was.
bar to give these guys the
If
best
he makes this
possible
lift, it will give him an 800 kilo total.
These bars will
He's
grab
hitting
you
all
at the
those
start
round
of
numbers. He
the
got the 300 kilo squat. You know that 800 kilo total would be nice.
Yeah, absolutely. His total per beat is 801, so I'm definitely sure that he'll try to go over that in his third attempt. But first, 322.5.
Bar is loaded. 322.5 kilos. Aaron Haggadouch of Hungary.
Certainly has a lot of energy, this man.
Oh, wow.
That was fast.
Very fast.
Very fast.
Nice looking second attempt.
3 white lights.
This young man would definitely get it in my book. 342.5 on the bar.
Now Ryan.
Novopismani.
342.5 for Anatoly Novopismani of the Ukraine. 12.5 kilo jump. His total, which is starting to be sizable, will end up 927.5.
The deadlift record is just under 50 kilos away, but if he gets this, he will.
I think that this is one more safe pull to give him comfortable win. I think then He'll try and show us something on his third. Something big, for sure.
World total record in the second round.
Let's see how this one moves. This is for a new world total record, by the way.
And that's a smooth second attempt,
That is.
especially with regards to how Anatoly shifts weight. You know he likes to fight. We haven't seen his nervous system shaking or anything like we did in the squats. Worked harder in the bench. He has more in the tank. I'm wondering where he's going to push this.
Absolutely crazy. And this was a world total record. A minus 105 kilo class. 927.5 kilos. Ryan, this is an absolutely ridiculous weight in this weight class.
To say the least, it is historic, and Lavon Kavakalov of ROC 352.5 on the bar.
Oh.
Suffered a little turbulence on the way up.
Yeah, that was clearly downward movement, so he gets 3 reds for that one.
You know, he's pulling himself for a podium position, wondering if he can make the proper corrections for his final because he might need it.
Yeah, for sure. But this miss gives Emile and Coco some space.
It certainly does. Clement up next, 352.5. Let's see how he handles his second attempt. His opener moved well.
352.5. 352,5 for Coco from France. Allez, Coco.
Whoa.
That's big. His
Nice.
grip is holding up because they make him wait long. It takes a while before he gets the down command, and I'm always holding my heart. But he got it. This is a current gold medal position in the deadlift. Sorry, it's a big pull for Coco, and I think he'll go 360 now, or whatever it takes to secure total medal.
Here it comes. Emil Norling of Sweden, 357.5.
An important deadlift, and his opener was one of the fastest we've seen. So this one will move quick. I'm sure of it.
Oh, wow. Emil is back on.
This is how we know him. We were a bit scared that he wasn't feeling it today, but this is how we know him.
This is the Emil that won the Junior Worlds last time we were in Sweden. This is the Emil that Sweden needs to keep that silver medal. Taking a look at the scoreboard now. Obviously, Anatoly with a monster deadlift forming. Emil, 895, but he's facing opposition. Clement, Lavon, they're within reach. They must hit their thirds. They're not only battling for silver, there's 2 of them in that position for bronze as well.
Oh, yeah. So Kavakalov going up 2.5 kilos to secure the bronze.
And there will be some placeholders. Emil has a 400 kilo in there. That's going to be a placeholder. I can only assume.
That is I hope. That would be crazy.
or he's pulling for the win and more.
You know, it would equal Anatoly's 937.5. Ryan.
It's
Ryan.
Can it
Is
possibly
it
be?
a placeholder?
Oh my goodness, if that's not a placeholder, sir.
You know what?
Don't say it. Listen,
I am going to say it.
I'll give you this. If his silver is no longer in doubt by the time we get there and it's established and the other 2 gentlemen are fighting for the bronze and it's not in question that he's a silver medalist, I can see him loading up for the win for gold.
Yeah.
However, he might refocus on defending silver if the other 2 gentlemen start pulling themselves into position
Yeah,
for
that is true.
We'll have to see how it goes.
That is true.
You're right. Like,
And if
That's
if Anatoly misses 352.5, he will end up with 927.5. And then Emil would have to load 390.
that's still a monster.
It is a monster deadlift, but I think he would dare to do it.
It's dare to be great is what he'd be doing. A lot of excitement here. But first, so starting off our third attempts is back to your Rahimo. Nope, we got a change here. Gotcha. Rahimo opting not to come out for his third. So War Yektan of Turkey.
To the centre referee, but on the third round, it must be clean in between everyone. And the bar is loaded. 290 kilos for Yektan of Turkey.
So this would give him a 10 kilo personal best. We are in the third round of deadlifts, and there are some big pulls coming up. There we go.
290. And he locks. Oh, little. Wondering if they like the knees at the end there.
Yeah,
If you got the down command, yeah.
you're right, my man.
He was on his way. It looked like he might have locked it, and the knees went a little soft, and he just missed that down command. Liam Mcmanus of Ireland, 307.5 for his third and final.
This is a massive 30 kilo personal best. One more pull, all or nothing for Ireland. For a 725 kilo total, which is great for this young man of 21 years old, a junior in the open class. Pushes on those legs, great leg drive.
Definitely a fight, but it looks like he locks it.
Yeah, let's see what the referees think.
It's going to be close.
Oh,
3 white lights.
he gets
Oh, he's
it.
dizzy.
3 white lights. That was a monster pull for this man. Absolutely gave it his all. Look at the leg drive here.
Yeah, he battled for that lockout.
Almost saw a knee caving, so he just managed to get that right. Great pull from this man. Great pull.
Definitely left everything on the platform. And Lasse Johansen of Denmark, 310 kilo for his third and final.
We have 10 deadlifts left. Sorry, 9 deadlifts left. All 9 of them way above 300 kilos.
Nicely done.
Yeah.
Very smooth for a third
Yeah,
attempt.
he nods to confirm. He was happy with that. Maybe left some kilos in the tank, but big PB.
2020 hindsight, right?
Yeah, absolutely. But a massive PB.
Yeah, it's difficult to tell because you're in a personal best territory.
Yeah.
So after you pull it, be like, well, okay, I had a better day, and then even I had anticipated.
You know what? This creates a good momentum towards next competitions. You know, oh, there was more in the tank or else. It's a confidence booster if you're in this situation.
Very true. Iceland's Victor Samuelson, 322.5 kilo.
Retake. Go ahead.
Missed it on the second, retaking it on his third.
You're
Think we're
reading
on
my
the same
mind.
page, that's right.
Missed it on lockout. Need to lock it out a bit better. That looked better.
Let's see.
Yeah, 3 white lights. So as the people at home could see, whilst locking out, the weight came down a little bit, but this is what they describe as a little downward movement during the lockout because you lock your shoulders back and that's when the weight comes a little bit. This is allowed. It's not allowed when you're not locked out and then there's downward movement. So in this case, it's absolutely correct. Great lift. PB for Victor Samuelson from Iceland.
Joel Viksland of Norway, 325.
Once these boys have competed, it's going to be blood, sweat,
10 kilo jump from a second.
I can guarantee it.
2.5 kilo personal best. And they're just cleaning the bar now. Sometimes some baby powder gets onto the bar, and you don't want it to affect the grip of these pullers, especially with the weight that we're going to be loading on.
Oh yeah, I've seen lifters accidentally put baby powder on their hands instead of magnesium chalk.
Wow.
You can already imagine how that ended up.
A learning experience, sir.
Yeah, absolutely. That's fast off the ground. Locks it out. gentle downward, and 3 white lights.
That's rather gentle.
Yeah, I love when people do that. This is a new personal best for him by 2.5 kilos. He'll be happy with that. We are almost there.
Aaron Haggadouch of Hungary, 330 kilo. Yeah, the bar is getting heavier and heavier, isn't it?
It sure is. Look at these upcoming weights, Ryan. We are up for some big things. Everything is gonna be decided. Every lift. I think everything is still possible, and the Swedish are up to something. I feel it.
Well, they certainly have a placeholder so they can see everybody coming. They'll know exactly how the story has unfolded with what they need.
Yeah.
Choose the best pull for whatever medal, likely the silver.
Haggadouche of Hungary, the most intense man in the 105 kilo class. Here he comes. Brace yourselves.
The Oxford graduate mathematician. By his calculations, 10 kilos added onto a second should just about do it. Nicely done.
That was nicely calculated. 3 white lights. This man,
for 3 in the dance.
this man has done an amazing competition. Brought a lot of energy to the platform and an absolute crowd favorite.
Yeah, the crowd definitely rallied behind him. You bring that kind of energy and excitement to the platform,
Yeah.
it'll be reciprocated by the crowd.
Oh yeah, he radiates the energy on towards the crowd.
Vincent Helmrich of Austria, 332.5.
Only 2.5 kilos shy from his personal best. Getting hyped up. The crowd is getting hyped up. Will be heavy, but this one is a fighter. Come on, Vincent.
Oh, little out
Keep
of
pulling,
position.
keep
Oh my
pulling. Come on,
goodness.
Vincent. Oh, just couldn't get it over the knees, but a brave attempt nevertheless.
You can see on the replay here, he got pulled out of position, lost his back right there. So
Yeah.
getting a past the knees would be very difficult because you got to regain those lats,
Oh
throw
yeah,
them back in
absolutely.
your back pocket.
And it was already the case in his first attempt. So, but
All
now
right.
Ryan, we have a important lift coming up.
So Anatoly Novopismani of the Ukraine, 352.5 kilo loaded on the bar. It'll give him a 937.5 kilo total. And begs the question, so you think maybe, so Emil is watching this. If
Emil's
Emil
watching
is
this.
not threatened for his silver medal, does he load up?
I think there are 2 scenarios. Anatoly misses this one, bringing his total back to 927.5. The Swedish will only have to pull 390. I think Emil will have a go at this one. If Anatoly gets this one, having a total of 937.5, then indeed Emil will need to pull. Sorry, he will need to exceed 402.5 because Emil is heavier. I don't
So-
think that will be the case.
That's a little. That's,
I think if he misses this, Emil will pull 392. If he does this, Emil will go for silver. Either way, just securing a silver medal. But this is a world total record attempt. Let's see what the referees say. It looks
Huge
good to me.
monster pull.
He gets it. 3 white lights.
There is your 105 kilo IPF world champion, barring a miracle pull by Emil Norling of Sweden.
Emil will have to go 402.5 because Emil is heavier. If he wants to beat him, we think it's rather unlikely, but we are never surprised by the Swedish. I think Emil will pull for silver now.
And Lavon Kavakalov of the ROC, Russian Olympic Committee, 355 kilo.
Swedish coach is watching.
Pulling to I was going to say temporarily move into a second position, but that's not going to be the case.
So, now, right now, we have a scenario. Big Coco from France is gonna pull for silver. If he gets this one, he matches the 895 from Emile Norling. Coco being lighter, it will put him in second position. The Swedish coaches are watching.
Yeah.
If Coco misses this lift, Emil will go all out. If Coco doesn't get this lift, he will pull for silver.
It will be a very dramatic finish if Emil's pulling for the gold. Let's see if Coco can force the hand of the Swedes.
Allez Coco! 365 kilos. He has pulled this in training.
352.5 moved very well for him.
It will be all down to his grip. Allez Coco!
Right now he has the bronze medal.
Trying to pull for silver. He's getting it up.
Oh, is he going to lock it out?
He got it! Oh my god! Three
He's
white
done
lights! He got it!
He's done it.
Into current.
And now the Swedes are forced to make that decision.
And they dropped.
Good decision to make.
It's a good decision. Emil is gonna pull to get his silver medal back in total.
Down to the last deadlift.
Sweden's strongest fireman.
Emil Norling looking to defend that silver medal and defend the honor of the host nation.
One more lift to go in this competition. We know our winner. This is for the silver medal.
You know what to do.
367.5 kilos. 7.5 kilo personal best for Emil. France is watching.
Yeah, France team is watching with bated breath as Emil Norling looks to close the show.
This deadlift will decide the fate of France. All comes down to this, the final lift of this 105 kilo class. Emil Norling from Sweden, 367.5 kilos.
Oh, and there it is. Your silver medalist, Emil Norling, finishes in style.
3 white lights. This is your silver medalist, Emil Norling.
What a deadlift session.
My man Ryan, look at these numbers. Look at these numbers.
Absolute monster deadlifts to decide the podium, and we had a feeling it was going to come down to this as we look at the totals here. 937.5 for your world champion Anatoly Novopismani of the Ukraine, Emil Norling of Sweden, right down to the final pole to establish himself as the silver medalist, and then Clement from France, Coco with an 895, surprising many people as this young man grabs the bronze medal. A fantastic showing, and we're just going to be shown by the TV producers here. Emil Norling's 905 would have been a world record, but Anatoly smashing his way through to the gold by breaking world records in squat, attempting the bench, almost getting it, and absolutely taking that world record total and running with it. Exciting stuff, my friend.
Exciting stuff.
Do not go any. Oh, sorry. Did you want to finish the thought there?
I have one more thing to say. You know what's scary? Anatoly did a total of 937.5 kilos. That is a possible medal at the super heavyweight class.
This young man has a world of potential ahead of him, and this is his first 105 worlds. In the first year he had moved up to the 105s, didn't even fill it out on body weight. Waiting to see what he does at Europeans if he's there, or next year. It's going to be a hell of a show.
And only 24 years old.
He's young. Don't go anywhere. We got the medal ceremony.
medals for participation are being presented by Tatiana and Dietmar. Okay, so we will present the individual medals. First of all, for squats. In bronze medal position with 325 kilos from France, Corentin Clemo. Taking the silver medal on squats with 337.5 kilos from Sweden, Emil Norling. And squat gold, and a special mention for every lift being a world record with 360 kilos from Ukraine, Anatoly Novopismani. Well done, gentlemen. Thank you. And now the medals for bench press. In bronze medal position with 205 kilos from France, Corentin Clemo. Silver medal position, 222.5 kilos from the Russian Olympic Committee, Lavon Kavakalov. And taking bench press gold and just missing that world record, with 225 kilos from Ukraine, Anatoly Novopismani. Well done, gentlemen. Thank you. And now we move to the deadlift. I think the dust is still settling from this one. In bronze medal position with 352.5 kilos from Ukraine, Anatoly Novopismani. Silver medal, 365 kilos from France, Corentin Clemo. And taking deadlift gold with 367.5 kilos and a very big smile, Sweden's strongest fireman, Emil Norling. Epic stuff, gentlemen. Thank you. And now it is time to give the medals for the open, for the total, and to crown your new world champion in bronze medal position with 895 kilos from France, Corentin Clemo. Also world junior deadlift and total record. Taking the silver medal with 905 kilos from Sweden, Emil Norling. And your new world champion and your new world total record holder with 937.5 kilos, he knows already. From Ukraine, Anatoly Novopismani. Well done, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding for the national anthem of Ukraine. Well done, gentlemen. An amazing competition. My privilege and honour to have announced it. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving these gentlemen a round of applause as they follow Jeff from the platform. The next session, 84 kilo ladies, begins at 1 p.m. right here in Halmstad, Sweden. Don't go anywhere.